Vanessa.
Yes, sir.
Nick is such a schlump. Please come to your senses and leave that idiot.
That's not what it said.
Hey, what's up, InStyle? I'm Nick Lachey.
I'm Vanessa Lachey, and we are here to read some fan mail.
Let's do it. The real question is the font gonna be big enough?
Oh, that's pretty big.
For Nick, oh, there we go. Okay. Vanessa and Nick Lachey are so Scorpio coded. Not really a question, more of a statement.
We are Scorpios. We have the same birthday, November 9th. Just a couple years apart. 7. I think the thing that we talked about being Scorpios, it usually doesn't work for other people, but why it works for us is we know that with being a Scorpio means we're passionate in love and in arguing and in happiness and in stubbornness and the good and the bad. We are very passionate about it, but we both understand that about each other. So I guess we are Scorpio.
And incredibly stubborn, which probably...
I said that.
Oh, you did.
We get easily jealous. We're loyal.
But don't cross us or the stinger comes out. That's what
And I actually feel it. Like when someone crosses me and then I'm like, we're good. I had known him for years. And at this moment in our life, we were both single. And he's like, I just did this interview for Entertainment Tonight. And they said that you turned 25 on November 9th. And that's also my birthday. And I just remember we were sitting in the club in New York, in the club. And I was like,
this is
your
it?
birthday's November 9th? Okay. The moment we had the same birthday, to not bore you with this story, was the moment that I knew Nick was the guy for me.
It is a great way to like break the ice with somebody. And it's, for the most part, it's been a cool thing having the same birthday.
It's been the best thing. I wake up in the morning and say, happy birthday, baby. He goes, happy birthday, baby. But also whenever he wants like birthday lovin', I'm like, psh, it's my birthday too. I want a foot rub. This is to you. Do you want me to read it to you?
No.
Okay. See, that's Scorpio coded.
Will there ever be another live reunion? I remember specifically being on the Today Show promoting the live reunion and Carson Daly saying to me, are you sure this is a good idea? And I said, you know what? I'll tell you on Monday morning. And it was not, because it came off the rails pretty quick. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point, now that the technology at Netflix has been, I mean, they're doing live football games and live boxing matches. And I mean, the technology has gotten to such a place where I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back around.
I don't think it's so much about the reunion being live. It's that whenever we do the reunion, it's anywhere from 4 to 6 or 7 hours. We were having to cut people off and we were having to skip over questions that people wanted to know because of trying to save time. It's better when it's not live because we're able to ask all of the questions, and then people always say, why didn't you ask this, why didn't you ask that? We did in all of the pre-tapes, but...
You allow people to say their due, right? Because a reunion is about coming in with all these unresolved issues and conflicts, and we always say, hey, this is your chance to get it all out there, you know? Like, clear the deck, say what you gotta say, and in a live situation, there's just not time for all that. The better way to do it is to, I think, tape it and then...
Because I know you guys don't want us cutting them off, but hey, time is money.
Well,
Nick and Vanessa. Vanessa and Nick Lachey are wonderful hosts. Thank you. Would be great to learn more about their creative decisions, power, and vision for their shows. Fully responsible for creative, that would make them geniuses. Stoked to see their future. Thank you, Jason, for the compliment. That's very sweet.
We wish we could take credit for the creative on the show, the concept of the show. That was actually Chris Cullen who came up with the idea for the show. We were talking to Netflix about another show, quite frankly.
About love.
And then they said, well, hey, you know, what about this show that we are interested in doing? It, I think we can agree, was a perfect match, if you will. We have a natural storyline that is kind of like not only Love is Blind, but also The Ultimatum. So it was a really great, genuine fit for us. We obviously are a real life couple who've been not only in this industry, but together for 19 years, married for 14 years. This show is an organism within itself. We were there the entire time for season 1, and they realized that they didn't need us talking to them walking into the pods, talking to them walking out of the pods. We went to their apartments. We actually counseled some of them. Kinetic and Netflix realized how this is their journey, and they came up with this amazing template that you see now, and that is the one that all the countries all around the world replicate and emulate. At the end of the day,
It's our say, it's Kinetic say, it's Netflix say, and collaboratively we come up with questions for the reunion. We dive in a lot to what everybody on social media wants to know. And then obviously they're human beings, so they go out and talk on their own, and then we got to play catch up with that. We are so lucky and honored to be on this ride, and we say all the time that Kinetic and Netflix are our fairy godparents, and we're grateful we get to work together.
Oh, Vanessa.
to me.
Should I read it to you?
Sure, baby.
Oh, wow. Vanessa Lachey, don't miss. She knows what looks good on her.
Oh!
Whoever styles her respects her color analysis.
Is that a question?
I think it's just a statement.
compliment?
You don't mess. Your color analysis is tight.
Well, thank you. I was just talking with my stylist yesterday, and we were talking about, I'm in my 40s, and everyone on Love is Blind is a lot younger than me, and we represent the show. So I still want to be cool, but I don't want to be inappropriate. So I'm really excited moving on to the next couple seasons. Just being more effortless. I feel like you wear the clothes don't wear you. You don't necessarily need to have a tiny little dress to be sexy, but every now and then it's fun. So for inspiration, we're just thinking of high-lows. We're thinking of ways to mix and match fits, maybe a baggy pant and a corset, maybe a baggy jacket and like a little short, maybe a boot instead of a heel, maybe a flat. Finding ways to be cool is my mantra moving forward, because at 44, it could be a massive miss. I could put something on and they're like, I think our kids will be like, Mom. And I tell Nick all the time, I'm like, is this age appropriate for me, or am I trying too hard? And he's like,
I said, I don't think that you'll like the way that it looks.
Or
I think it looks great, but I don't know that you'll
or
like the way.
that is not my favorite.
That's not my favorite.
Nick and Vanessa, who do you think are the most genuine contestants on Love is Blind?
It's a really, really, really difficult question to answer. I mean,
The reason why we struggle with this is because there's been 8 seasons and couples who have really stuck out and just genuinely were in love and got married. But there were also some other couples that were just really genuinely real, down to earth, salt of the earth.
every season I think we've seen genuine connections, and some
Yeah.
worked out and some didn't, but there's still, it's really tough to pick just one, because in some kind of way that almost like is celebrating their love for being somehow better than
Yeah.
another couple's.
a
We've
good way to
been
put it.
thankful and lucky to have many
Genuine people.
Yeah.
Nick and I will watch the season before it actually goes on to Netflix, because we have to do the reunion before it's all aired. And we always take our guess, and you never know what people gravitate towards. Sometimes we're like, oh man, this guy's gonna get it. Or, oh my gosh, this couple's gonna be America's Next Sweethearts. But sometimes out of nowhere, once it airs, it takes on, it's like its own machine. And that's why I called it its own living organism. And we just kind of go, oh, okay, wait till they see next week's episode drop.
Sorry, not to interrupt. We have a very important question, by far the best one. Nick, would 98 Degrees ever get together for a reunion tour? Well, funny you should ask.
This was not planned, guys.
Yes, 98 Degrees we're in the process of releasing a brand new album called Full Circle, which will be out in May. And the first single, Got You, is out right now.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
Also, you might want to warm up, because I'm going to put you on the spot.
La, 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 la.
One of the most beautiful things about hosting Love is Blind is that a young generation will come up to Nick and go, oh my gosh, it's Nick Lachey. And then an older generation will come up to Nick and go, I know Nick Lachey. How do you know Nick Lachey? The mom says, I know him from 98 Degrees. And then the daughter goes, well, I know him from Love is Blind and Perfect Match and Ultimatum. And the mother and daughter end up having a bond. And then they end up going to the concert to support him. Or the moms end up watching the shows because they know him from 98 Degrees.
At the end of the day, what it really means is just that I'm freaking old, man.
Show the people
Just
that this
old.
is not auto-tune.
Don't look down, don't be afraid now. Even after everything we've been through, I'll never let you fall. And through it all, one thing stays true. Oh, baby, I got you.
Yeah, that's the new one.
She loves doing that to me. Put me on the spot.
He hates it. I'm gonna get in trouble in the car. That was awesome, baby. Thank you guys for your fan mail, and we hoped you learned more about us and the show.
And be sure to catch Love is Blind streaming only and exclusively on Netflix.
See you there.